been working on my driver swing and trying to become more accurate. And I sort of made a discovery, at least for myself, which is this. I used to play with a very strong grip, and I've moved toward a more, what I would call, neutral grip. But the problem I have with my driver particularly, is that I tend to come into the ball, I rotate fast, I'm inclined to hang on because I know if I let go really all the way, I'm hitting a low hook. So where I placed myself with my grip is sort of halfway between a grip where I would hang on and release out there, and a grip where I would release sort of more continuously all through the swing. And so for myself, I know I can fix this with make my grip stronger and then continue to hang on, and that will give me a square club face. But what I don't like about that is my own history is that if I do that, then the club violently flips over out here, and I've hurt my hands with that. So I think it's very hard on your hands. And then secondarily, it's not a very good grip for any kind of finesse play. Most people don't do well with a strong grip when they start to hit a 50-yard wedge shot. Just hard to control, and when you get less, if you can't power through, the club's going to want to flip and you're going to lose control over it. So I'm going to show you the two. So I'm going to take my grip, which is neither weak nor strong, and I'll show you the two misses I get with this. So here it is. I'm going to rotate fast and hang on. So there's rotate fast, hang on. Now I've got a slice. Now, the same grip, but this time I'm going to let go and release the club continuously through the ball. So get myself in the same place and just release through the ball. Let's see what that one does. It's not too bad, but it's a little draw. It's kind of a low draw, and that could get worse depending. So those are my two. I can sort of, with that grip, go either direction, right? So imagine how hard it is to somewhat release, but not entirely, which is what the task is for me with that grip, which is if I totally release, it's going that way. If I hang on, it's going that way. So better, I think, in my theory, grip it strong enough, if that's the way you want to go, that you don't release it all and you're square. So just figure out where that is for you. If you want to drive through like this, like a hammering motion, it works fine. And then release out here, that's fine. I don't want to do that myself. So what I need to move toward, I figured out, is an even weaker front hand. So I put a little mark, so I tested it out till things were going straight with my method, put a place for my thumb to go, and I'm just going to practice always putting my thumb there when I put my hand on the club. So now I've got this grip. Now this grip is designed, if I totally release the club, it should just go straight. And this was sort of the Ben Hogan method. Make this hand weak enough, and this hand also weak enough that, and then the other thing he did is make the club so heavy and hard to close that as hard as I go at it, given all these parameters, I'm just getting to square. So if I go at it a little hard, maybe a little less, maybe it's more of a fade. So as hard as I can go at it, trying to hit sort of a draw motion, given all the other parameters in my body, it's not going to draw, it's just going to get to straight. So it's what Bryson DeChambeau talks about this, it's end range of motion. So end range of motion is predictable, right? if I get all the way as far as I can get and that's straight, then I can get back to that point, right? And I know I can release this fine. So let's try it and see if my theory is correct here. So I'm just going to release the club fully through the ball. See where that one went? So pretty straight shot there, pretty good. And I didn't have to hang on. Almost felt like I was trying to draw it, but my grip was weak enough that I couldn't get it to draw. And I've also, to enhance this, moved more weight to the toe of this club. So I've set it up to be fade biased. This is fade biased grip. And now I'm going to swing as much of a draw swing as which a draw swing to me is doing more of that. Fade swing is more of this, right? It's partly this arm coming over, this hand passing, all those things are draw. So I'll try another one. Try to draw it as much as I can. And there I think I did get actually a little bit of draw there. So there's that. So my suggestion is fiddle around with this for yourself and find out where either a fully hold on move through the ball or a fully released move through the ball gets you a neutral flight, and then play from there. Then you've got something predictable. What you don't want is what they talked about, the two-way miss, right? Two-way miss is like you don't know what to do to get where you need to be. I'm going to try one more here. Just nice and relaxed, so relaxed hands so that I'm letting it square and release. I'm not forcing it. Should be decent. And there it is right down the middle. So everybody, the other thing I'll say about this is everybody's going to be a little different because we're not anatomically all the same. If we hang our arms, one person's this way. And then when you put this, like I've said before, that's one parameter. But take your grip, put it under tension, and then don't do anything to twist this arm. Just pull and see where it goes. And that'll tell you, see, for me this is my neutral grip is actually quite a bit more this way than it would be for some people. So I'm almost, from my view, zero knuckle is neutral for me. So you just have to find that for yourself. Either, this is I think a quick way to get an idea. It's probably there, just pulling. But then, hit shots and try the two kinds of releases. So the one again is keep hanging on. The other one is go ahead and let it go.